السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أنا علي الغزالي ومرحبا بكم في اللسان. In a previous video, Alhamdulillah, we managed to finish chapter number 2, and in the last dialogue of the chapter we learnt some verbs. So I thought I'd make a dedicated video talking to you about verbs. Now, as you can see on the screen here, a verb in the Arabic language is called fi'l, right? And a fi'l is three categories. فعل ماضي, that is the past verb. فعل مضارع, which is present/future verb. And we also have فعل أمر, which means command or request verb. Now, verbs are a long story in the Arabic language. That's why today, inshaAllah, we'll only be talking about the فعل مضارع, the present/future verb. We'll just call it the present verb for now. The present verb, or the مضارع, must begin with one of four added letters. And focus on the word added, because these letters are not part of the actual verb. There are letters added to the beginning of the verb to indicate who's doing the verb. Okay? And those verbs, and those letters, are the alif, noon, ya, ta. So you won't find any verb, مضارع, any present verb in the Arabic language that does not begin with one of these four letters. Alright, so if we scroll down a little bit here, I made a table for you, right? So we said these letters differ or switch depending on who's doing the verb. So if the doer of the verb is I, is أنا, then the present verb or the مضارع must begin with the hamza, with an alif. Alright? So if I'm saying I do, then I say أفعل. I read, I would say أقرأ. I write, I would say أكتب. I do wudu, أتوضأ. I pray, أصلي. Notice all the verbs begin with a hamza or an alif because I'm the doer. Alright? أفعل, أقرأ, أذهب, ألعب, any verb. Now, if the doer is we, نحن, then the present verb or the مضارع will begin with a noon. So نفعل, that means we do. نقرأ, we read. نكتب, we write. نتوضأ, نصلي, and so on. Alright. Now, if you are doing the verb and you're a male, then the verb would begin with a ta. So, أنت تفعل, you do. تقرأ, you read. تكتب, you write. تتوضأ, تصلي, and so on. However, if you are a female, then it would also begin with a ta, but we will add a ya noon at the end. We would add in sound, ina sound at the end of the verb to make a distinction between the male and the female. Alright? So I would say أنتِ تفعلين, that means you do. تقرأين, you read or you're reading. تكتبين, you write. تصلين, you're praying, and so on. As for third person, huwa and hiya. With huwa, the verb begins with a ya. So يفعل, that means he reads. يقرأ, يفعل means he does. يقرأ, he reads. يكتب, he writes. يتوضأ, يصلي. يذهب, يلعب, any verb. Alright. As for she, she's doing something, then the present verb or the مضارع must begin with a ta. تفعل, تقرأ, تكتب, تتوضأ, she's doing, she's reading, she's writing, she's praying, and so on. Now again, I put the first person in the color red for you. أنا and نحن. أقرأ, أكتب. نقرأ, نكتب, we read and write. أنت and أنتِ, second person. We said both of them begin with a ta. So تقرأ, but the female would end with إina. So تقرأ and تقرأين. تكتب, تكتبين, and so on. As for third person, we said huwa begins with a ya. يقرأ, يكتب, يفعل, and here begins with a ta. تفعل تقرأ تكتب and so on. Now let me scroll down for you. Alright. Now remember we said الفعل المضارع is present / future verb, right? Now how do I use مضارع for future? The most simple way for that is to just add sa or سوف to the beginning of the verb. So if أقرأ means I read, أقرأ الكتاب, I read the book, then سأقرأ, that means I'm going to read or I will read the book. And if I'm asking you ماذا تكتب, what are you writing? And if I add the sa to it, ماذا ستكتب, that means what are you going to be writing? ماذا سوف تفعلين. Remember سوف is for future as well. So ماذا means what, تفعلين you doing, سوف تفعلين what are you going to be doing. Okay, notice here I'm talking to a female as indicated by the ina part at the end. ماذا سوف تفعلين, what are you going to be doing. Now just for the sake of practice, let's read some sentences containing فعل مضارع or the present verb. Here we have on the right side in black a conversation between males. So ماذا تفعل يا زيد. ماذا means what, تفعل you do, and because it's you, the doer is you, I began the verb with ta. ماذا تفعل يا زيد. Zaid answers أقرأ. Notice he uses the hamza أقرأ because he's talking about himself. أنا now. أنا أقرأ. I'm reading. So he asked him again, ماذا تقرأ. He went back to the ta because he's asking you, what are you reading? ماذا تقرأ. He said أقرأ القرآن. I'm reading Quran. Now if I'm asking about someone, I'm not talking to him directly, I'm asking about him, third person, so I would use the ya for the present verb as we said. ماذا يفعل أحمد. What does Ahmad do? ماذا يفعل أحمد. What does Ahmad do? And notice that the verb usually comes before the doer, unlike English. In English you would say Ahmad does something. In Arabic we say يفعل Ahmad. Usually that's the default, is that the verb comes then the doer. Alright, then the subject. ماذا يفعل أحمد. What does Ahmad do? So I reply يصلي. Because I'm talking about him, هو, I said يصلي. I began with a ya. He's praying. ماذا يصلي. What is he praying? يصلي المغرب. He's praying Maghrib. Now if the conversation is between females, I would say ماذا تفعلين. Now notice I'm talking to Fatima now, directly, second person, so I added the ina. I said ماذا تفعلين يا فاطمة. What are you doing? Fatima said أكتب. Now when I'm talking about myself, I begin with a, regardless of my gender, doesn't make a difference. أقرأ أو أكتب. She said ماذا تكتبين. What are you writing? She said أكتب كتابا. I'm writing a kitab, a book. Now if I want to ask about a girl or a female in a third person, then I'd say وماذا تفعل هند. What is she doing? تتوضأ. She is praying, she is doing wudu. أين تتوضأ. Where is she doing the wudu? في الحمام, in the bathroom. Now last thing I need to mention is that the present verb or فعل مضارع usually ends with a dhamma. Alright, so I would say أقرأ or أكتب or تفعل or تتوضأ. Unless there is something attached to the end of it, then the dhamma of course might change. But this is a whole different story. We'll leave it for another video inshaAllah. And that's it. If you benefited, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I've been Ali Al-Ghazali, and I'll be speaking to you very soon. Assalamu alaikum.